welcome back. This is episode 5 of my Let's Play Civilization 4 Realism Invictus. I am the Muted Goat, and let's get right back into it where we left off. We filled out kind of our base empire. For now, there are, like, this spot right here is interesting. If I could get a settler over there, pick up the horse and these elephants. But my economy is, I'm at 55% science right now and only making 3 gold a turn, so I do need to take some time to kind of build up my cities, get my all my land improved. I need to build up my army a little bit more too, so I am not going to focus on expansion anymore right now. I'll probably let the Germans and the Axumites fill out the rest of the continent, and then try to power ahead of them technology-wise and take their cities by conquest with more advanced troops than theirs. So that's kind of my plan right now. We'll see. Plans are always subject to change. Last episode we met the Greeks for the first time, and they're quite a bit ahead of us. So we'll try to cut into their lead a little bit here. Now, with this Bertha Booth city, I need to get all of this jungle cleared out. They, you can see they have 7% chance for an epidemic every turn, and 12% of that is from Terran features, and that's jungle. And the jungle in general, like, you can actually get some pretty good tiles out of jungle. With these slash and burn farms, they add +2 food and +1 commerce. And if you have animism, which is an early religion civic, you it's a type of civic you would run, like, if, let's say, your starting spot was like nothing but jungle, you'd run animism, and actually it's okay with jungle. Obviously I'm not going to run it now because I've got Buddhism in all my cities, and I benefit a lot more from having organized religion as my religion civic. But just wanted to point that out. Alright. We got this pearls resource down here. Yeah, we need to get some workers down there. We just need more workers in general, so I'm gonna start focusing on building a few more of those, 3 or 4 more. How it goes in a lot of my games is I build... Oh, we did just build the Forbidden Palace here, so we were running at 55% and our gold shot all the way up to 13 a turn, so now we can bump that up, so it's 4 a turn. But anyways, like I was saying, how it goes in basically all my games is it's around this point in the game where I build a crap load of workers, and then the rest of the game I just have more workers than I know what to do with, and eventually I have every workable tile for every city improved the way I want it, and then I just put the workers on this automation down here that just has them connect trade networks, so they just go around and automatically build roads on every piece of land in my cultural borders. And One note, I did make some minor adjustments to the audio for recording. I lowered my voice a little bit and upped the like game sound, so hopefully that makes it sound a little bit better. My wife's the only one that's actually watched any of these videos yet, and that was a suggestion from her, so hopefully I didn't overcorrect, you know, but I won't be able to tell until after this is recorded. So we'll see. It should be fine. I didn't slide the sliders too much. Or very much, I should say. It's still to be determined if I slid them too much. Alright, let's get you all the way down here. Alright, we just discovered guilds, so we entered the medieval era.
People of the same trade seldom meet together, even for merriment and diversion.
We could do craft guilds,
The conversation ends in a conspiracy against the public.
Which means you can build these guild halls, and the guild halls give you plus production to all your cottages, hamlets, village, towns, and then you can build logging camps now, and it also gives you productions to, or not logging camps, lumber mills, so you can also gives additional production to those lumber mills. I don't do guild halls, or I don't run guilds very often, or craft guilds, because merchant families is something I'm going to be you get that with rudder, and I'm going to be getting rudder pretty quickly here, and it gives +1 trade route in all cities, and also reduces maintenance costs from distance to palace by 25%. And so I really don't stay in craft guilds long enough to make it worth a turn of anarchy, and then each city has to build a guild hall. So that's probably not something I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go for, let's see, paper or land tenure or religious. Yeah. So these three, I'm guessing the Greeks have discovered already. I am going to swim in their wake. You might as well take the discount on researching. And I'm going with land tenure first because you can build industrial plantations, and we have a few hemp resources we can use those industrial plantations for. Okay, let's build a worker. Just always like to stick a courthouse in my brand new cities right away. Oh, they're gonna attack again. The Axmites just can't get enough. Go over here. I don't mind them attacking with these 4-unit stacks, really. I mean, skirmishers should take care of all this stuff quite easily again. Yep, 98% for the first one. Oh, 84% is not as good, but still took it out. 96 and 99. So it's going to be the same thing where I take them out, wait a few turns, ask to declare peace, and they'll pay me a good amount of gold to do so. So that is fine by me. But I am going to start building up my defensive army a little bit here. I want, Okay. And here you can see a spy operating near Butha has been thwarted by our counter-espionage. And I have 3 spies in here. Since I am quite a bit ahead of both the Axumites and the Germans, they're going to be sending a lot of spies after me. They will be trying to steal gold, technology, and for some reason, I can't remember which technology you need, but once you can build clock towers, they just really love destroying your clock tower. They don't want anyone in your empire to know what time it is ever, so gotta be prepared for that. Okay. In Butha, I'm gonna focus on some culture, so I'm gonna get a library in there. I wanna pop its borders again and hopefully get that dye resource that's up there. And then also, if I'm able to, I want to push against the Germans here. You can see I'm already starting to push on them a little bit. And if I can push their cultural borders back, then it'll do a couple things. I'll get this cattle resource, but also you can push it back all the way to their city so that you can just declare war and attack their city from your own lands right away, which is a great way to do it. But we'll see. Axumites. Give me some gold. Yeah, 70 gold. Thanks for attacking me. Composite bowman. Just gonna keep building them out of Mohale's Hoek. I'm gonna backfill. You know, our capital has 1 troop defending it. Same with Masaru. Because we're quite a bit weaker than the Greeks, so there is a chance that they can just show up with a bunch of ships and drop a bunch of troops, you know, near our capital or something. And if they were to do that right now, for example, we would be in quite the pickle. So need to defend against that. More revolting slaves. Let's just get the Sangoma out there. Defend that troop. Another spy was thwarted. The good thing about being, one of my traits being diplomatic is that my espionage is higher than a lot of the other civilizations, so I am better at thwarting spies and stuff than most. Here's land tenure, so I can start building industrial plantations. It's asking me if I want to switch to serfdom. Workers build improvements 25% faster, plus 1 food from farm. That isn't better than the caste system we're doing right now. I will be doing free commoners as soon as I get that, just for the extra gold or commerce from villages and towns, and 100% growth rate for cottages, hamlets, and villages. So rudder is still has not been discovered by the Greeks, but paper has. Oh, and the Russians, it looks like. So I'm going to go with that. Grocer. Let's see, what can I... Oh, yeah, let's do, like, toll house and tax office here. Okay. One thing I want to check is to see if anyone has any resources to trade. Koreans do not, or at least anyone that's happy with us. The Russians were already trading sheep with them. Greeks? Greeks have nothing either. Okay. Well, that's a shame. What about the Brits? I didn't think so. Germans? They wouldn't want to anyways. They're still mad that we declared war on them. I guess we have declared war on them several times. Axumites, yeah. Asking us to attack the English again? Sure, why not? Another bowman is done. Just keep building them. Got some aqueduct. Yeah, we've fallen back. We're now the 6th most advanced. The Koreans, the Russians, and the Greeks are ahead of us, and a couple of unknown civilizations. So basically it's just like our continent is the dumb continent, and that's probably my fault because I started that really early war, which set back me and the Germans. No, forge is a good idea. Library, what else? Buddhist temple and monastery will be next. Another composite bowman. I'm just going to keep going with those. Library. This place needs a worker, but gosh, it's going to take 18 turns. This place is just horrible production. Try to fix that a little bit with a forge, but it's not going to help much. I guess protect its the city it was built in. Let's get access to limestone here. The thing about this limestone resource, with the way the Axumites just keep attacking over and over, I bet they're going to pillage that spot quite frequently. So I'll just have to keep rebuilding that. Built a harbor. What about you? Yeah. Halatsi will build a worker. We can build industrial plantation now, so we can work these hemp tiles.
I cannot live without books.
Alright, paper has been discovered. Religious law has a 60% discount, so I'll go there. peace with the Brits. Aqueduct. Let's go arena. Deposit bowman. I'm gonna start building spies. I have 3 in Buthe, but I really want at least 1 in every other city, just in case. This is a barbarian. Alright, our galley held up. Granary. Let's do the courthouse. This horse is connected up. Okay, Buddhist temple, Buddhist monastery. We can do city square for a little bit more. Alright, the city now only has 1 more tile of jungle in its radius, which is good. Get another worker. I'm gonna build a cottage here. Bayman Buddha statues. This could use an African bath. Actually, I'm gonna do a city square first. That's for commerce and a happiness. I'll do a lumber mill for now there instead of a mine. Doing these Let's Plays, it's funny, I've just always done mines until you get mill machinery, and then I do windmills everywhere. Never really done a ton of lumber mills, except in the, like, you know, tundras. They're not bad. Let's... What can I do here? I'm going to do some levies. Now, levies are irregulars. They are just... They're not troops you really want to rely on for anything. They're just good, like, basically warm bodies. But they're very cheap. And it's good to have at least 1 or 2 in all of your cities, because you can update or upgrade them to, you know, a good
What can you
a
say
good
to a
unit.
man who tells you he prefers obeying God
So
more
they're
than men,
nice to have
and
for
as a
like
result, he's certain he'll go to heaven if he
to like
puts you
kind
to
of
threat?
protect against surprise attacks or something like that. I'm not going to do a theocracy right now. Algebra and geometry will be good. Then I can build schools. University of Civ4, that'd be great to get. I actually am going to try for it. I probably won't get it, but it won't hurt to try. 55 turns. How much did it say here? 42 turns. What about here? 37. Try to get it in Quacha's neck. Another spy. Alright, so I did build a levy, but with how often we're thwarting spies, I need to get spies in all of our cities, just as counter espionage. Okay, Buddhist monastery. I'm gonna go tavern here just to get our espionage up now. Worker. Alright, we can focus on some other stuff here. Let's get a forge going. Industrial plantation. Great profit. I'm gonna actually send him up here. And have him join Quacha's neck to help build the University of Civ4. City Square, National Epic, Aqueduct. No, the University of Civ4 was built in a faraway land. Yeah, it was a kind of a pipe dream that I would actually get that. That's the thing. I think the Greeks are going to be just dominating on what's it called, wonders, because they will be discovering them all first. So actually, let's send you up to Booth. There's not a whole lot I can do with a great profit right now. They I've built all my buildings for Buddhism, so I'm just having him join Booth. It gives +2 production and I think +5 gold, which is okay. I could like hang on to him and wait until I get some other type of great person, but I need to move this around. Wait for some other type of great person to come so that I can enter another golden age. But for now, it is fine there. And I'll be getting out of a caste system relatively soon.
There's music in the spacing of
Mill
the strings.
machinery, rudder still doesn't have. I'm actually going to go for rudder right now, even though I don't have a discount. I really want to get merchant families as my one of my civics. Okay. This spot. Build a cottage right there. School will be good. Add culture. Booth a booth there. Alright. This has built the lumber mill. One, two, three, four food tiles. Alright, so I'm gonna build farms on these two squares. Or probably just one of those two. I'll build a cottage on the other. Yeah. The Brits are in a lot of trouble. The Germans have actually made a bit of a comeback. Good for them. Schools everywhere. I gotta rebuild my forge. Some more free XP for this trireme, or galley. School built there. Build another spy. I gotta keep looking up here every once in a while to make sure the Axumites aren't attacking again. I'm gonna do a forge. So now, booth a booth, they. Oh, here we go. We can build or get like a dye resource there. Booth a booth is actually gonna be a very nice city. Now that we got all that jungle cleared out, good food resources, good production resources, has a river, so I actually want to make sure to use or work that cottage right now. Spy. Okay, here I will build a farm. It's gonna be a cottage there. Alright. Just a few more jungle spots to clear out. Empire wide. Okay. Spy near Quelch's neck has been thwarted. Malotse needs something to help with their unhealthiness, so a fishing dock will help there.
He who loves
There's
practice
Rudder,
without
and
theory
yes,
is
I
like
am
the
going to do
sailor
merchant
who builds
families.
a
That
ship
should help my
without a rudder and compass.
economy
He never
quite a
knows
bit.
where he may cast.
Mill machinery. Oh. Merchant families did not help my economy as much as I thought it would, but I can upgrade to war galleys now. I am going to do that. I should probably build a bunch of war galleys too. Puny when it comes to being powerful. It's actually okay. I don't love it, but I don't feel any danger from the Axumites right now, or the Germans, obviously. Like the Russians or the Greeks, especially. If they wanted to bring some ships over, they could give me some serious problems, but it's not something that I'm too worried about them doing right now. And yeah, I'm kind of realizing this is not the most exciting episode, but it is a necessary episode. Just really rushed the past couple episodes to make sure I could get all my cities set up, defended myself against a couple wars, had that crazy thing with the barbarians taking over Tapioca Mart. Let's get these workers to actually help Tapioca Mart become a real city. And yeah, my culture plan is slowly working against the Germans here. Buthe. Let's see, what else can I do to get some culture there? City Square. Let's do it. It's not much, but it'll do something. Let's see, food resources here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get a 5th one there. And I am kind of trying to do this all quickly because once I get Crucible Steel, I believe it is, I get one of my national units, like unique units, which will be nice, and then also be able to build Man-at-Arms, which is the next tier of City Raider troop beyond Axemen. And then I think I'm going to mess with the Germans again. That's kind of my plan, tentatively, right now. But I'd like to get my economy a little more robust before I do that. The Buthe is unhealthy. build some roads up to the dives there. Another spy. As you can see, with spies, each unit in play increases the base cost by 50%, so it's one reason I find espionage so frustrating, is you need to have spies in your cities, and more than one, preferably in each city, to just prevent the enemy civs, the AI civs, from just stealing all your gold and your technology. But it takes so long to build them. After a while, it becomes really annoying. Alright, there's mill machinery. Alright. I don't have anything I feel I need to rush to, so I am gonna just swim in the wake of the Greeks now. Okay, we're gonna go windmills on all of our hills, pretty much now. So Thaba Basio is gonna pop a great person pretty soon. I really want that to be a scientist. Because we still haven't built like our science academy. You need a great scientist to do that, and it provides 50% science bonus to that city. That's a great thing to have in your capital, especially if it has good commerce in it, which ours does. Yeah, we're not helping the English. Five harbors and 5 carracks. Alright, it's gonna be a second before we can build carracks, but that is definitely doable. Alright, dye is good. Well, are the Germans thinking about getting frisky here? No, okay. That would be a strange move by them if they wanted to attack us for some reason. City Square, I need to focus on. I can do a harbor there. City squares are nice. Yeah, see, secrets of theology were stolen by enemy infiltrators. It's just constant. Out of Quacha's neck. That's going to be something that's happening the rest of the game.
The archer is the true weapon. The bow is just a long piece of wood.
Okay. Military engineering. I don't love either of those. I'm gonna go Sacral Architecture and try to get the Angkor Wat Wonder. If I remember correctly, it gives you gold for every religious building you have, and we have quite a few religious buildings. Okay, there's officially no more jungle in our land, which is good. The sound effect they have for sawmill sounds like someone blowing out of a straw or something. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Just looking at the city, see if there's any more places I want to build cottages, but it's all like kind of plains and desert, so I'll just have to have the two on the floodplain and call that good enough. City Square, Tavern, School, Tax Office. We're gonna go City Square. Okay. Thought I'd do a lot better on building up my economy this episode than I have. Don't fully understand the math. I guess I gotta get in here and actually make them work these cottages. That would help. Okay, let's do it for all cities. Babalusiu. They're working as many cottages as they can. For some reason they would rather have priests than grow the city. It's annoying, some of these decisions they make. This place has pretty good production. There's not much I can do there. Gonna focus on science more. And growing populations. Okay. Taking away all those priests actually hurt my gold output, but it'll be worth it eventually once those cottages start growing. African Bath. We got a great general. Skirmisher, horsemanship, ingenious engineers. Fire compound production. Okay. That is the one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something a little strange here. Just gonna start building war galleys in every city. This is really just kind of a hedge against perhaps the Greeks attacking us. Yeah, I'll just do these cities. So 7 new war galleys. And they'll have this fire ship upgrade. Take a look at that real quick here. Military doctrine, fire ships, fire compound production. Gets Greek fire to every ship, so 1 extra first strike, plus 2 first strike chances, and plus 15% for sailing ship units. It's really, really good for this era of ships. So I'm going to build 7 new ships that will have that ability, which will be nice. Four food, 5 resources. 5 food resources there. Let's start building some more cottage stuff. Currency was just stolen from the city that has 3 spies in it already, so it's just like, I don't really understand espionage either. Every time I've tried to use it, it's just like, you can't really do anything cool with it, but I haven't admittedly tried very hard with it. Typically I have it off just because I find I just don't think it's a very fun or interesting mechanic at all. But maybe I'm missing something. Like, let's see here. Espionage wise, I am second strongest behind the Greek, which makes sense. So you'd think I'd be thwarting any espionage attempts, especially by like the Germans. If they're stealing currency, that's got to be the Germans. And they did it in a city where I had 3 spies already, so I guess I just don't really get it. And maybe between games I'll read more into it to see what's actually going on there and what I can do. But yeah, typically I play with it off. And when you play with it off, then any buildings that provide espionage, it just counts as culture. And some of it's super powerful, like a jail gives you plus 50% espionage. And so when you're playing with espionage off, jails give plus 50% culture, which is kind of funny. Just build jails in your cities, just pump out the culture. Alright, we got a war galley with a Greek fire promotion. I'm gonna put all these war galleys in Mohale's Hoek. It's a good centralized location and it has access to both oceans. So that is strategically a really good naval port.
A rock pile ceases to be a rock pile the moment a single man contemplates it, bearing within him the image of a cathedral.
Yep, okay, Angloor. What? So what I want to build. 80% tech transfer, I can't really pass that up. What a deal. Alright. Build it Quatch's neck again. 54 turns, what can I do? So I might go back to some priests here. Yeah, I guess craftsman or I'll just do a science. Got it down to 49 turns. Serfdom. Of course the Russians are running serfdom. I'm gonna have to tell them no. I do not want to run serfdom. Building all these war galleys should improve my relative military strength compared to all the other civs quite a bit as well. Let's see here. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to pushing the Germans on some of their culture or borders here. I think we are going to take over this cow next episode, just from culture. I have not noticed this entire game that I had this unimproved plot for Masaru this whole time. That's not very good. What do I do here? I think it's going to be a farm. booth. I'm gonna build a Buddhist stupa here. Oh shoot, and we're at an hour. Okay, so yeah, sorry this episode was a little bit uninteresting. It was just some kind of housekeeping, but thanks for watching anyways, and we will see you next episode.